What's up? It's Brian from Cleveland Fitness Club, Team CFC Power. Workout today, August 30th for Angelo, doing some Oli work, and myself back to powerlifting, which is what I know best. Today we're working on some fives in the squat, singles in the bench, and triples for deadlifts. Already had a few warm-up sets under my belt at this point. Just the bar, went to 155 for a couple sets, and then 265. The goal today is just hit fives on squats, 3 sets of 5 with a weight that's challenging, but not absolutely burying myself. Always need to leave a little bit in the tank, especially with the program I'm on now of squatting, benching, and deadlifting 3 times a week. That'll beat me up pretty quick if I'm not careful. Angela's in the background doing her Olympic work. We did have 2 cameras set up. It just didn't go as planned. So her workouts will be in the back. Getting chalk up from Ange before I hit one of my work sets with 315 here. Not a crazy amount of weight again. Always working on technique, always looking to get better and improve. The one thing we've noticed at CFC is that getting someone stronger takes a little bit longer than just fixing their technique. So if we can fix somebody's technique, get them quote unquote stronger immediately, we're doing our job. There's Ange working on some hang snatches and some overhead squats. She's still going through some of her warm-ups. You can see her overhead walks there. That exercise will make you hate life. I did a set the other day just the hell of it and it sucked. So as easy as she's making that look, it is not. Getting ready here for my first set of 5 at 315. Really trying to focus on that upper back tightness. If I lose that, I start to fall forward way too much. So again, not a crazy amount of weight, but we're looking for 5 solid reps that all pretty much look the exact same. And going back to the video the other day, you can see that with squats, my head is down here. That's the way I like to squat. That's the way I'm comfortable. That is a natural spine position for me, as opposed to looking up. I don't understand the people that say that if they look down, they're going to fall forward. I don't know what the hell you've been doing for the past 30 years that you can't look at the ground without falling over. It makes 0 sense to me. So it's the way I like to squat. It's the way I'm comfortable. It's the way I coach it. It's the way all of our athletes here squat, and we're going to continue it that way. And still in the background, working on those overhead squat walks. Again, she's just going through a large warm-up here. Olympic work takes a lot of warm-up drills just to be able to get in position to throw that bar over her head the way she has it. I myself, for powerlifting, don't warm up nearly as much as I should. I usually just like to get under the bar and start moving. Went up to 335 here. Still trying to wake up. I remember just being a little bit tired for this. Me talking to myself, you're good enough, you're smart enough, doggone it, Brian, people like you. So 335 here. Again, you can see there, really focus on tightening those lats up and squeezing the upper back together. Let's see how these look. Big air, sitting back, you can see the head down. Again, I'm leaning forward, but my back is flat. Because I'm taller, I have to do it that way. If I try and stay more upright, my knees shoot forward, my hips come forward, and it just looks ugly. This is where I'm comfortable squatting. This is where I'm strong, and again, safe. Finish that 5 in rack. 2 down, 1 to go. So we got Ange here working on some snatch position behind the neck presses. Again, just a brutal exercise, even with just the bar. You can see her, takes a little dump there. And then I have to laugh at her for that, right? But she comes back next set and absolutely smashes it. I think she even adds a little weight to the bar. So things like that happen. You just come back stronger and try again. Some nose picking going on. And Ange going back to her snatch position behind the neck press, and me getting set up for my next set. My last set of squats with 355 here. So let's see if Ange corrected it from her last set where she took that little spill. And she takes a long time to set up. Let's go, Ange, let's go. There she goes. Snatch balance into a full squat. She goes again, snatch balance. Snatch balance. Again, this exercise is tough. To catch yourself under the bar like that is not easy. It's a very fearful thing to just drop in the hole like that while throwing a bar over your head at the same time. It takes a lot of getting used to. So here we go with the last set of squats for me, 355. Again, not a ton of weight. Comes up pretty fast, at least it felt like it did, as it should with 355. But after hitting pretty solid heavy singles on Monday, and again, gonna have to squat some triples on Friday, we always leave a little bit in the tank. Let's see how these look. Not bad. Speed looks good. You can see my knees coming in just a little bit on each rep. That's something I usually make a conscious effort to not happen. Obviously, I didn't do that this time, and just trying to cruise through the set, and little things like that come into play. And all it takes is one wrong move with those knees, and we're in some trouble. So that's something we got to look for in the future and make sure that we fix. On the bench press for myself here. I always warm up with just the bar. Always. Just past injuries have taught me that, what the hell, take the 30 seconds and warm up with the damn bar. Moved up to 155 for this set. You can notice how fast I'm trying to move the bar. Even on our warm-up sets, we try and move that bar as explosively as possible. That way, when we get to the heavier weights, we don't have to think about it. We automatically drive that bar fast. Again, my head's coming up. It's just the way I bench. Not too worried about it. I think I'm just trying to crack my back here after squats. My lower back tends to tighten up a little bit, so just trying to loosen that up. Ooh, free belly show. You're welcome. We got Ange in the background. Let's see what she's about to do here. Back to that snatch balance for her. I can't quite tell her weights. She is using a different bar, and the collars alone are 10 pounds. Can't tell how much she has on there, but that snatch balance is a pretty brutal exercise, so I haven't any plates at all. Oh, hey, bicep vein. Look at that. All right, some beard action, some nose action. Ange still doing her snatch balances in the background. And she's done. All right, so move up. 205 for the bench. Again, I'm just trying to throw it up fast. For what it is, it's not bad speed-wise. Just a nice easy triple here so we can move up and eventually hit that single for today. Ange threw a little bit more weight on the bar. You can tell she fell forward just a little bit on that. Let's see if she goes again. That one looked a little more stable. I think we discussed that throughout her session, was that her first rep on a lot of the exercises wasn't awesome, and then every set after that just was better and better and better. So it just takes her some getting into the routine. The problem with that is in powerlifting or Olympic meets, you only get one attempt. You know, you get 3 attempts, but you only get one chance at each attempt. So if you miss that first one, you got to come back your second attempt. You don't get to do a second rep with it. So we're gonna have to teach her just to be more stable on that first one, as she will be competing in Olympic lifting here in the future. Move up to 245, again, just trying to move it fast. Jumped up, 40 pounds in weight there. Looks about the same bar speed, so that makes me real happy. Real short break here. I threw some 10s on, went up to 265 just to smash another single. And I was kind of gauging how I was feeling at this point to determine how heavy I wanted to go. Last week I went up to 275, so my goal was just to beat that by a little bit and make it look easy. Again, leaving something in the tank, and I'm always extra careful on bench. And you guys know why if you know me. So. And back to that snatch balance. Looks like she took off the little baby greens and put on the 5s. So she is working on that still, adding weight. Again, if her technique is solid, why not add weight, right? If her technique starts to struggle, we stop adding weight. Grabbed Ange for my last bench attempt at 285. Again, I was confident the weight would move fast. It's just one of those things that I feel more comfortable having somebody there. This is 20 pounds less than what I hit in the meet about a month ago. So let's see. Again, just trying to make it easy, fast bar speed. I mean, I don't know if that bar can move any quicker, to be honest with you. Again, that's not a ton of weight, but to move it at that speed, I'm pretty happy. And I think I'm telling Ange there, what the hell, I moved it so damn fast. But I'm a huge pussy, so I'm afraid to go higher. Ange back to her snatch balance. Again, that first one wasn't her best. Second one, much better. Shoulder stability looks better. And then she dropped lower in the hole. I moved on to deadlifts at this point. 285 was as heavy as I needed to go for that single on bench. So I think I did a set with 155, and this looks like, I believe, 265 maybe. And with that snatch balance. So let's see, she's got, it looks like 85 on that bar. So it's a pretty good snatch balance, especially with her more so working on technique today than anything else. Let's see how technique looks for me in the background there. Looks like a pretty smooth lift. Again, 265, it damn well better be smooth. What the hell am I doing, right? And going for another one here. Yeah, a little bit of a forward lean. I think she's just getting fatigued. So she's got one more. A little bit better. You can tell she looks frustrated with herself there. If your technique's not 100%, and you have any experience under the bar, you don't need someone to tell you your technique's not 100%. You can feel it. That one looked pretty good. I'd like to see her drop under the bar a little bit quicker, but again, that comes with time because that fear is there of just throwing a bar over your head and squatting underneath it. It's not a natural thing to do. So moved up to 375 for my first set of 5. Triples. I was doing triple on deadlift. So I wanted to hit 3, again, decent triples. Nothing that was going to kill me, nothing that was going to break the bank, just to get some extra work. And I will have to deadlift for a heavy single on Friday. Do some work, don't kill it, leave a little bit in the tank, live to fight another day. So you can see this is pretty easy. I mean, again, 375 has to be. Not sure what Ange had going on at this point. Oh, full snatch. Okay, full hang snatch at least. Look fast, look snappy. Below knee. Fast and snappy. Pretty much from the floor. A little bit forward on that one. Came back up, fixed it, finished it. Went up to 425 for this one. So on Monday, my best was a 405 for 5, so I was just trying to hit a good solid 3 here and make it look easy. There's 1. I'm really trying to lock in there, hide the armpits, and load those lats, which is something I've never really thought about before. I usually just grip and rip. And I think I hit a point in my career of lifting where I can't exactly just grab it and go anymore. I got to settle in and do it the right way. So Andrew's telling me here on this one that that knee kind of caved. I didn't feel it at the time. So the goal there, again, just make sure I don't do that, I guess. I've never felt it in my deadlifts, but she said she noticed it. That's just an awesome part of having a good coach in the room with you, because that's something I didn't feel, something I didn't know, and she pointed it out. So I made a point to not let it happen in the next set. And going back to her snatches, I think she had to do 1 above the knee, 1 below the knee, and then 1 from the floor all in sequence, which I learned the other day is absolutely brutal and takes a toll on your conditioning real fast. From the floor, that whole set looked 100 times better than the previous set. With Ange, it just takes some getting into the groove of things sometimes, and then she hammers it. Looks like she threw on 20 pounds. Again, above the knee to start. That was just straight from the hip. Takes it to the knee or just below the knee. Pop. That right arm needs to lock out quicker. She knows that. Last one. Below the knee. Pretty much from the floor. Pop. Again, you saw that right shoulder rotate forward, which isn't something she normally does, but she did say that today her shoulder was acting a little wonky. So when that happens, kind of work into position as best you can and hope for the best. Moved up to 445 for the last set of triples. See the speed is. Yeah, it's a little bit slow. I don't care. At this point in the workout, I was pretty fatigued. Again, I had a hard day Monday, and we did some Oli stuff yesterday, so I'm starting to feel my body feel a little bit beat up. No big deal, just more food, more rest, and be good to go tomorrow and again for Friday. So that was it for me. I was done at that point. I moved on, did 1 set of reverse hypers for, 11 billion reps, and I feel better after that because of the compression aspect of that reverse hyper. It's the main reason I do it. I try and throw it in a few times a week just for that decompression of my spine, especially if I'm squatting and deadlifting frequently, which this week's going to be 3 times, just like last week's 3 times. All right, let's see what Andrew's got here. Oh, she bailed on that one. She might be a little fatigued at this point. That's okay. I was out of the room, cleaned up my mess, so I didn't get to see any of this. So I'm hoping she comes back and smashes it. Let's see, she changed collars, so that adds 10 pounds to the bar. So 10 pounds heavier than the previous set. Pausing, snapping. Again, that right arm just doesn't look right. You can tell the elbow's not fully locked out, and that shoulder's rotating forward back. she just said fuck it at that point. She comes back. I haven't seen this yet. I'm going to guess she smashes it. Come on. Good. Head fell forward, but you could see the technique was a little bit better. And that was more of a mindset thing than anything. She kind of just said, fuck this, I'm getting it, and she did. So happy to see that. Looks like she's pretty relieved to get it too. She coming back for another one. Hang. Pop. Good finish. Nice. Be done. Well, she's not done. She's not done. She wants to overhead squat it. I like it. Up. Good. And down. Good finish. Thanks for checking in, guys. It's Brian from Cleveland Fitness Club. See ya.